Thank y'all if y'all have been around with me this long. This is the final part of this 4-part series of the exposure triangle, just the basics of photography. Knowing this will make your pictures 10 times better. Just knowing this simple thing get you out of auto and put you in manual. If this is your first time seeing this video, being on my channel, I just go back, look at part 1, which was aperture, part 2, which was shutter speed, and part 3, that was ISO. This video is going to put it all together, not really being repetitive of what I've already said. Quick recap, and then after the recap, then it's just going to be a quick how to adjust and what to adjust first, second, and third when you're actually in the real world taking the pictures. Again, my name is Devin Williams, and this is my photography channel. Let's do this. Okay, so quick recap. ISO pretty much is what the camera's sensitivity to light. A low ISO is better when you're in, bright, sunny daylight, and a high ISO is better when you're in the dark with no flash and you need extra light. So that's pretty much ISO. How much light do you want and how sensitive do you want your light to be to that camera? Shutter speed. Pretty much every time you hit the button, you take a picture. So you're taking a fast object like NASCAR, you want to rank that shutter speed up. If you're doing something slow like landscape and mountain, something that don't move, you can bring that shutter speed down. And then also you got aperture, which pretty much just determines, your depth of field, the exposure and the depth of field of your picture. You put it all together, you get great pictures. You can get out of auto. So now I'm gonna break this off into 2 parts. What do you do when you're in a bright situation when you take a picture, and what do you do when you're in a dark situation when you take a picture? So let's do this. Let's get to it. Part 1. So, part 1, we're going to talk about what if you take a picture, I'm in the real world, and my picture's too dark. There's 3 things you're going to worry about, but this is just my particular order. Sometimes it's different depending on your camera, depending on what you think is best. This is just my foundation. You can take it out to the real world, use it, adjust it how you're on. So if I take a picture and it's too dark, the first thing I like to do is I like to change the shutter speed. The second thing I like to do is I like to lower my aperture, and then I focus on my ISO. Because if it's too dark, I mean more light, but ISO is the last thing I want to do, because like I've said in my previous video, the higher you go in ISO, the more chances it is for noise in your picture depending on the type of camera you have. So again, I would change my shutter speed, then I would lower my aperture, and then I would change my ISO. That's just what I would do if my picture came out too dark in the real world. Now, this is what I would do if my picture was too bright. I pretty much would just reverse what I just saw. If my picture's too bright, I'm pretty much gonna lower my ISO, then I'm gonna raise my shutter speed, and then I'm gonna raise my aperture. It's pretty much the complete opposite. So again, if my picture is too bright, I'm gonna lower my ISO, I'm going to raise my shutter speed, and raise my aperture. So those are some key things. So I'm about to put it on the screen again, both of them side by side. As you can see, take a look at it. Just remember this, keep it in your back pocket. What to do? What do I do if my picture's too bright? What do I do if my picture's too dark? Again, this is just a guideline. This is just the basic foundation of ISO, aperture, shutter speed. And a lot of it is you need to know this stuff, but a lot of stuff is just you need to know your camera and you know what you want in your picture. So this is just the foundation. This is just what you need to do. So yeah, just remember these quick little things. What to do if it's too bright and too dark. Remember the little details of breaking each thing down in the previous parts of the scenario, and I promise you'll take better pictures right off the gate just doing these simple adjustments. And one thing, just get off auto. If you're trying to be a photographer, this is a hobby, get off auto, put it on manual. You'll take 10 times better pictures, and you even feel better about it because it's something you're doing and you can control versus what the camera thinks the picture should look like. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. That was my 4-part series. That's the first series I put out since I started this YouTube channel, which wasn't that long ago. If this is your first time on this channel, I just ask you to go back, look at my first video so you understand what I plan on doing on my channel. If you're a beginner, look at my part 1, 2, and 3 so you can understand the whole picture of the exposure triangle. If you're a returning subscriber or you're just returning, I just ask please like, subscribe, hit that bell, and thank you for coming back. Please put a comment saying hey, I'm a return subscriber, or I'm a return follower, whatever you want to put. Just let me know that you're coming back and you want more. If you have suggestions of what you want my next videos to be about, there's something about photography you would like me to break down, versus if it's something on the camera, a type of picture, if it's lighting, if it's the history of whatever y'all want to do. I'm pretty much winging this thing and kind of seeing what y'all want to do. So again, my videos are pretty much going to dumb down the simplest thing in photography. I'm going to do a little bit about my growth in my business that I'm doing so you can kind of see my mistakes, what I've learned from, and then also just, I'm going to have fun. There's going to be some behind the scenes stuff on maybe editing, different shoots I do. Pretty much just going to grow as this channel grows and kind of geared towards what the people want. So I'm just going to give you what the people want. So if y'all want more behind the scenes stuff, I'm going to give you. You want me to break down certain things, I do it. But again, I thank you for everybody who's been here this long, that's watched all these videos, that's watched the whole series, that loves to keep coming back. I appreciate it. And again, my name's Devin Williams, and this is my photography channel. Let's do this.